So now let's start some practical demo of it. So what I did is I created a folder called Git demo. And first thing I wanted to check is that if I have Git already installed on my machine. I know I have it, but I was not sure about the version. So obviously I have 2.33 version, but on the web currently I think the latest one is 2.34. So what I will do is I'll go and download it from the Git server. So exe file is now downloaded, and now what I do is I install through this wizard. It takes a minute, and then you should see that the Git is installed on your machine. So now the Git is installed. I go back to my command prompt, run the command and check the version again. I haven't had to close the command prompt, so um, so it still shows the that the Git is now updated to latest version, which is 2.34.1. In this Git demo, I will create a folder, let's assume that this is where our source files goes. So this is your project, assume that, and I create this folder, make direct first demo for Git, right? And then I get into that project. Now what I will do is I will create two files. So I will create echo file A, and I will call it file a.txt. And the same way I will create another file, echo file. So this is the content inside the file, right? So this is file B, and I will call it file b.txt. So if I go to the folder here, so within the Git demo, this is the project I created. There are two files, file A and file B. So currently there is nothing here. I mean, just these are two files, that's all. So now I will show you how do you create a local repository on this machine for Git, right? So what I will do is I'll put it side by side so that you can see the changes happening. So this has created a Git folder here. So in case if you're not able to see it, it might be because it's hidden. So you have to go to view and click on hidden items. So it might be like this on your machine. So you have to click this and it will show the Git folder, right? So this is nothing but a local kind of database which Git maintains to know what all are the commits you have made and what are the changes you have made. And it also has the origin URL, which is the central repository URL in here. So that is what Git creates to keep track of your files. So if you go in here, you can see all these things if you want to, but yeah, I mean, this is not required. You need not require to know the depth of it, but you just need to know this folder is created by Git and it maintains everything for you. So now I have these two files. So the first thing you do is you will have to go and add these two files. So you say add each file dot. So you can add in individual files if you want to, but in this case, because it's a new project, I add both the files. And then what I do is I say, okay, commit the files, and I will give it my first commit for this project, right? And you can see that both the files are committed, and you can see this file A and file B. So basically what happens is if I get back to this diagram again, you created these two files, you added them and then committed them. So these files are now on your local machine, right? And it's committed, and the local that Git folder keeps track of it. You haven't pushed anything yet to the central repository yet. So what I will do is now I will make another change to one of these files and again commit it, and then I will show you the commit numbers. So what I'll do is I'll go to file A, and I will change it to version 1 or say version 2, for instance. And this time what I will do is I will just add file a.txt, And if you want, you can see the status now. So modified file a.txt, right? And then what you will do is git commit -m file a is modified. So again, if you look at git status, everything is committed now. And if you want to look at the commit numbers, so you can see that there are two commits we made. One was this and another is this one. And the head is the pointer basically. So assume I will get to head in detail in the subsequent chapters, but for now just assume that this is kind of a pointer, points to the latest commit and tells you where your head is. So it just says that head is pointing to the master branch on our local repository. So this is just so this video was more about how you add and commit your files to the local repository. In the subsequent video, we will see how to push it and what head is and all.